What's up, man? Y'all already know what it is. Soto Meat Smoking 101. I call it SMS 101. Today we got some gorgeous baby back ribs here. I just picked these up from the butcher the other day. We're going to go ahead and slice these open. We're going through the exact steps and process of getting these baby back ribs to the exact point of how you want to get them. So I'm going to go ahead and slice these open. I'll show you exactly how to remove this membrane here, and then we'll go on from here. So you always want to make sure that when you get a rack of ribs here, like I got here, that you remove the membrane off of the back, right? A lot of people say you don't need to do that. You absolutely do. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the easiest method on how to remove this membrane here. All right, so I'm just dump this out in the sink right here, get these juices out. And I'll do this for both of these here. I'm not going to go through the process on both ribs, but I'll show you how. So I just pat these dry here with this paper towel. Okay, and as you can see, there's a good sized rack of ribs here, these baby backs. But if you look here on the back side, okay, you'll see that it has this white coating on it. So what you want to do is you want to grab a butter knife, all right? A butter knife and a paper towel, right? And this butter knife and paper towel, and what you do is you get underneath this membrane here, okay? You'll see it. So it's just a white thin film. Get underneath it with a butter knife here, nice and good once you grab it. And then you'll grab it with this paper towel here and it'll peel right back. And you just keep peeling all the way back. This whole membrane comes right off. But you need the paper towel to really get under there and get this entire membrane off. Otherwise, you're just gonna have, it's gonna be a little bit tougher when you go to eat your ribs. So you just grab it here and it just peels right back. You just kind of got to play with it. You need to grab the paper towel to grab this, to get this membrane off of here. Right, and they come back and you'll see it start to peel off like so. All right, I'm having a difficult time this way, so I'm going to flip it over this way and see if I can't grab it from here. Okay. Right, there it is there. And it's starting to peel off. Okay, see that there? And it comes all the way off like so with the paper towel. Okay, so sometimes you might have to flip it around to just kind of play with it. Just keep going at it until you get all of it off. But once you get that first layer off, then you're good. Okay, so just keep going here like so until you get all of it off. It's just like a thin layer of skin, it looks like, but you have to get that off of there. It's very, very important that you get that membrane off of there. Okay. And I'll go back with this one here. The last little bit. And the paper towel, really, you can't just do it with your bare hands. You need to have the paper towel on there to get this off, okay? Now, you don't want to go down to the bone, right? There's still going to be a thin layer on there, right? So you don't want to be down to the bare bone. This one here, it's actually down to the bone a little bit. That's a little bit too deep, but you just still want to have that layer on there like that, okay? Then, once you get that off of there, like so, okay, wash your hands here, make sure you're good. Sanitize it, please. Don't grab anything out of the cabinet, right? Because you're dealing with pork, so always ensure you got clean hands, okay? So these ribs here will take about 5 hours, start to finish. Be about 5 hours total. So what I'm gonna do is an hour before I get ready to throw these on the grill, I just hit them with some basic kosher salt, okay? Top and bottom. And before you throw these on the grill, they'll look like they're sweating. And what I mean by sweating is they'll look wet. Okay, so just hit these with salt and pepper, not pepper, just salt, a generous amount, tops and bottoms after you remove that membrane. This is kind of a wet, a dry brine that we're hitting these with here. Just a little bit, just to let them sweat out a little bit, all right? So, and then we'll let these sit once I hit these with all the salt. This isn't the rub that's gonna be on here. Again, this is just a little bit of a dry brine to kind of extract some moisture out of these ribs here. Okay, so you'll see them before you throw them on. They're gonna look like they're sweating, and I'll come back and show you what they look like once they are sweating. So you can see where we're at here now. Okay, and then I'll show you what they look like when they're wet and sweating, and we'll be back probably about an hour or so. Okay, thanks.